She told me, this is just a break, not a breakup. But then I found a photo of her kissing, just a friend. Now she's outside my door, begging me to talk, but I've already changed the locks and erased her number from my phone. Emma and I spent 3 years together. This wasn't some casual, on and off thing, it was real. We built a life side by side. We met at a small art gallery in Portland. She said I made her laugh when I joked about how one of the pieces looked like a crushed burrito. From that moment, we clicked. She used to tell me, "You're my person. My only person." I clung to those words like they meant forever. We were both in our mid-20s, figuring things out. I worked from home in marketing, she was finishing grad school. Life wasn't glamorous, but it felt steady. Late-night grocery trips, Netflix binges, weekend hikes. We built a rhythm that felt like home. She'd snuggle next to me on the couch and randomly say things like, "You're the funniest man I've ever known," or, "I could never leave you. You just get me." I believed her, not because I was blind, but because nothing in her behavior gave me a reason not to. We were honest about our pasts and even laughed about how so many people run at the first sign of trouble. "That's not us," she once said, squeezing my hand. "We talk things through. We stay." But looking back, I can see now how the distance started creeping in. She began going out more often. Said she needed space, and I respected that. Everyone needs room to breathe. But soon her outings got longer, her replies slower, and one name started coming up more and more: Ethan. Ethan, just a friend from her internship. They bonded over coffee and shared playlists. I asked her one evening, "So, Ethan, huh?" She brushed it off with a smile. "Oh babe, he's just a friend. You'd probably like him." I let it go because trust was supposed to be our foundation. But I couldn't ignore the shift in her eyes. There were fewer surprise hugs and kisses. More awkward silences. I'd bring home takeout and find her glued to her phone, barely looking up. I told myself it was stress from school. I didn't want to turn into one of those needy boyfriends who overanalyze everything. So I stayed patient. I kept showing up, hoping the fog would clear. But deep down, I felt it. Her laughter wasn't the same. Her kisses felt mechanical. She was there but not really there. We tell ourselves not to worry when someone says, "I'll never leave." But sometimes, people say forever while they're already halfway out the door. And that door swung open soon enough. It was a Thursday night. I remember because I'd just wrapped up a client call and was heating up leftover pasta when Emma walked in. She didn't look upset, more like she'd rehearsed what she wanted to say. She sat at the table, her hands clasped together. "I think I need a break," she said softly. I blinked. A break from what? Even though my gut already knew. She let out a deep sigh, like the words were heavy. "From us. Just for a little while. I'm not saying we're over. I need time to figure out what I really want." It felt like a punch, not to my heart, but to my brain. "Not saying we're over. What does that even mean?" I nodded slowly. "Okay, if that's what you need." Her clothes, books, and even the little houseplants she swore had names were still scattered around our place. I glanced around and said, "You should probably come get your things this weekend. No point keeping them here if we're not together." She shook her head quickly. No, this isn't a breakup. Why are you acting like it's over? I just need space, not to move out. I'll stay at Emily's for a while." I stopped her right there. "Emma, if you're stepping out, then step out completely. I'm not doing this half-in, half-out thing where you keep one foot here and the other somewhere else." Her expression froze, like I was the one being unreasonable. "This isn't goodbye. It's just time apart," she insisted. I studied her face, wondering if she truly believed her own words. Did she expect me to sit here and wait while she figured things out with Ethan? The guy she kept swearing was just a friend? So I said it. "When you're done with your break and your little side trip with Ethan, give me a call, if you still have my number." That landed like a brick. Her eyes went wide. "What are you talking about?" I met her gaze, calm, not angry, just done. "You know exactly what I'm talking about." She forced a nervous laugh. "Don't be paranoid. He's just a friend." "Are you sure about that?" Her smile faltered. I reached into the kitchen drawer and pulled out a printed photo. "Yeah, old school, I know. But sometimes a physical photo speaks louder than anything on a screen." It was her and Ethan. Clear as daylight, kissing outside a bar. Not a peck either. Arms wrapped around each other like they were the only two people in the world. She froze, staring at it like her excuses had crumbled in an instant. I can explain," she whispered. "It only happened once. We were drunk. It didn't mean anything." "So you kiss your friends now?" I asked. "No," she cried. "It's not like that. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't shout. I didn't throw things. I just stood and said, 'You already did.' She trailed me to the door, her voice breaking. Please don't do this. I didn't want it to end like this. You made your choice the moment you kissed him, I said quietly. You just didn't expect to get caught. And I opened the door. Take your stuff. All of it. Don't come back. She stood there clutching the photo like it might erase what she'd done. Her face flushed, her eyes darting, searching for some magic reset button. I said nothing more. She went to the bedroom, grabbed a duffel bag, and started stuffing clothes into it. I didn't help. I just stood in the living room, watching 3 years of memories pack themselves away in 15 minutes. She kept whispering things like, "This isn't who I am." I was confused. "You were so distant lately," as if any of that mattered now. When she stepped outside, she turned one last time. "I'm sorry," she said softly. "I didn't mean to lose us." I just nodded and closed the door. That night, I didn't cry. I didn't drink. I didn't even call a friend to vent. I just sat in the dark, staring into nothing. The silence wasn't loud. It wasn't comforting. It just existed. A week passed. Then too. I changed the locks the morning after she left, not for drama, but for peace of mind. I needed a clean break. No more surprise visits. No more teary apologies. But 3 weeks later, late on a Sunday night, she came back. I heard the knock around 11:45 p.m. I didn't answer. She knocked again. Then the texts came. "Please. Just talk to me. I made a mistake. I'll do anything to fix this. I miss you so much it hurts." I checked the peephole. There she was, wearing one of my old hoodies, curled up on the steps, crying. Her voice was faint. "Please, just 5 minutes. I promise I'll leave after." But I stayed silent. I didn't need to hear how it just happened. I didn't need to see her tears to know she regretted it. I already knew she did. But regret doesn't fix broken trust. That night, I sent her one final message. "Emma, I don't hate you. But I can't trust you anymore. I believed in us. You didn't. This chapter's closed. Please don't come back." She didn't reply. She didn't knock again. That was over a year ago. I haven't heard from her since. People say, I need space. But sometimes, what they really want is freedom from responsibility. And sometimes, the best thing you can do for your peace, and your self-respect, is to keep that door closed. I don't regret walking away. But I'll never forget how someone who promised she'd never leave ended up kissing, just a friend, behind my back, and then cried at my doorstep when I locked her out for good.